Hello, my wonderful Cancerians. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay, so we have child, which is interesting because I did see this card on the bottom of the deck as I was just shuffling a minute ago. So there could definitely be children in this dynamic here, but this card also gives me the energy of, or the term that I'm getting here is innocence. So there could be some sort of innocence to you or the connection here that your person feels. Okay, or like I said, there may be children in this dynamic. Now, another interesting message coming through here, Cancer, is this person feels very secure around you. They do feel like they could authentically be themselves, and you may have helped this person heal their inner child, whether you're aware of this or not. Okay, so let's see. Very interesting message coming through. So we have the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, and we also have the Prince of Cups. This person's definitely fixated on being dishonest with you or doing something behind your back with the Seven of Swords. So if it's not quite literally, hiding something from you or not being, upfront about their intentions, it could be someone who feels like they were not open about their emotions, whether it's downplaying their emotions, whether it's just not being emotionally expressive enough towards you. But they're very fixated on some sort of dishonesty that they had towards you. Okay, so let's start off by seeing how this person is viewing you this week. Okay. Two of Wands, that you're at a distance from them. For some of you, this may quite literally be a long distance union. But I definitely see it in a way where this person is viewing you as at a distance from them. Of course, I could be picking up on emotional distance. They're just really curious when it comes to the future of this connection. I do feel like they're, wondering what's going to happen next, but there's a little bit of confusion here. And of course, it is because of the distance, but there may also be something to do with a lack of planning. So, we did see the Seven of Swords, and now we're seeing the Two of Wands. This person may feel like there wasn't really some sort of a solid plan in play as they were, in a connection with you. So even if it wasn't a full blown commitment, this person feels like they were kind of living in the moment or doing things in the spur of the moment and not really thinking about the long term, consequences of this bond here. So we have the Nine of Wands here. You may have this person blocked, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is not really sure how to get through to you with that Nine of Wands energy. If you don't have this person blocked, it's pretty much someone who feels like you have set very clear boundaries where it's like, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, or I don't know if right now is the right time to speak to Cancer. Okay? And I will say that they sense a bit of frustration on your end. They feel like you're in a space where you're trying to kind of numb your pain, or you're trying not to let this connection emotionally consume you, but they do feel like they're on your mind. They just feel like you have very clear boundaries up where it's like, okay, I'm not going to be investing in the situation, or I'm not going to be entirely consumed by it. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is your person feeling like they're dealing with the repercussions of their actions, right? Two of Pentacles could speak about cause and effect, but it could also speak about someone who's kind of like juggling or going back and forth and saying, okay, well, what is the right thing to do, or what is the most practical thing to do in this case? So, as much as they're trying to be realistic about this situation, a part of them genuinely feels that they can't get through to you. And especially with the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles coming out in the challenge position, that's definitely someone who is feeling like, okay, I don't know if right now is the time, or this week is the time to reach out to Cancer. I don't even know if Cancer wants to hear from me. Okay, so you've set very clear boundaries, or maybe you've even communicated to this person prior to the separation that you did not want anything to do with them. If that's not the case, that is what they're assuming. So you're viewing them in the Queen of Swords energy. You're viewing them as someone that you cut ties with, but there are some sort of feelings that are still lingering, as you see the image of the couple in the back there. So you may feel like you're still in the process of, accepting what has happened with this person. You may feel like you're in the process of just trying to find the deeper meaning behind all of this. But I do feel, Cancer, that you're viewing this person as, okay, I cut ties with this person for this reason. So I think that when you miss this person this week, you begin to remind yourself of why you are not speaking to them in the first place, and maybe that's helping you create this barrier between you both, because I see you as someone who's very determined to move forward, or very determined to act accordingly, because there is some sort of truth that you figured out about this person. You're also viewing them as someone who's a bit cold or detached. You may feel like the last time you communicated with this person, they weren't really taking your feelings into consideration. So we have the Six of Wands in your feelings, and we have the Chariot. Some of you could be walking into some sort of success, or you feel like as you've detached from this bond here, it feels like there has been a weight or a blockage removed. Because the Six of Wands and the Chariot in your feelings is very positive. It's forward movement, it's progress, and Six of Wands speaks about success, victory. You may be in a place where you're receiving a lot of attention, but the attention doesn't really mean much to you, is what's coming through here. So whether it's, you're receiving a lot of attention in the dating world or in your dating life, or you're receiving a lot of attention due to what you do for work, it seems to me that it's almost like the attention doesn't really matter to you as much because of what you're going through emotionally, or this connection that's impacting you on a mental level. But Chariot also lets me know that things are going to be moving forward. There is a lot of progress, and you do sense that. Now, something else I see in your feelings is you feel like you and this person are very, very different, maybe even polar opposites. So it could be that you guys have different characteristics, or what you guys wanted from this bond is very different. But there is an energy of you feeling like you have to accept both sides in order to move on and not look back. Five of Swords in your feelings, and the Ten of Swords. The one thing that feels, very conflicting to you specifically is the ending that you had with this person. So, Ten of Swords could be a very painful ending. It could even be read as a betrayal. And so, when we have the Five of Swords, I feel like you're, for one, holding on to maybe some sort of communication from this person's end, and you're also holding on to how things ended between you and this person. So, it's like you're trying to heal, you're trying to move forward, but you still feel a sense of betrayal. And you may feel like instead of this person owning up to what they have done, it may have turned into an argument. So, for example, if you were asking this person to come clean about something, they may have kind of turned the wheel on you, or maybe they have resorted to being aggressive and being in denial instead of just being upfront and truthful with you. And again, we did see the Seven of Swords. So, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords in your feelings lets me know that you definitely are feeling conflicted, but there's also a level of you. I think the reason why it is difficult for you to accept this ending is because of the betrayal, is because you feel disrespected in one way or another. Two of Cups clarifying the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Cups clarifying the Two of Pentacles. It seems to me that this is someone who still has a lot of love for you with the Two of Cups. That's something that they cannot deny. Although with the Eight of Cups clarifying the Two of Pentacles here, Cancer, I definitely feel like it's someone who's like, okay, I walked away from this situation and I should be trying to emotionally detached, but why am I, weighing the pros and cons? Why am I still thinking about the situation with Cancer and thinking if I should do something differently, like return to them? So not only do I see this person reevaluating their decisions, more specifically, this person feels like they should be in the process of detaching, but it feels very difficult for them to do so. Why? Because they still feel very connected to you emotionally. So their mind is telling them to do something completely different from what their heart is telling them to do. And Eight of Cups is also an energy of, like, trial and error, or like walking away from something after you've tried time and time again. So this person could be viewing you as someone who feels extremely defeated And that could be the reason why they're also viewing you to be very guarded or not wanting to hear from them. So, this person's viewing you as, okay, Cancer has tried to make this work with me, or Cancer has been very patient, but I think that they're at the point of no return. There's a lot of dwelling with the Eight of Cups, and there's a lot of, feeling a bit scattered or all over the place here. But the main thing that I'm getting here is your person's almost like, okay, well, I feel like I should be detaching, but that's not what I'm doing. Instead, I'm reevaluating my decision, or I'm thinking about how to do things differently. So as much as their heart is telling them something differently from their mind, they're definitely operating from their heart space here. With the Two of Cups and the Eight of Cups, they definitely miss what you guys used to have together. We have the Star card in their feelings, so some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. And we also have the Sun card. Wow. So, what I see here, Cancer, is that this is someone who finds you to be very special. If I remember correctly, the Sun card and the Star card appeared in Taurus. Yeah, their reading in the beginning, though, like as I was shuffling for their spread there. So, maybe you have Taurus placements or you're involved with one. Nonetheless, here, guys, with the Star card as well as the Sun in their feelings, of course, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, like I mentioned, or a Leo. This person feels like what they have with you is very special. They also feel like this is a very rare bond, and that is what's being illuminated to them this week. I do believe that you are someone who makes this person very happy, but it's almost like they're having a hard time believing what their heart is telling them to do, or at least following through on it. I don't think it's about believing because they do feel these emotions towards you, but I think that they're having a hard time believing that things will actually work out the way that they want them to, or that you will be forgiving towards them, because I definitely see it as someone who feels like you're very determined to, move forward, or you have gained the clarity that you wanted and you're not going to be able to see them the way that you used to in that same light. And I did say when I opened your spread, there was something to do with innocence associated with the child card. So this person may actually feel like the innocence was kind of stripped away from this connection because their true colors were revealed. So we also have the Princess of Swords in their feelings, and we have the Four of Cups. This person is really upset with this connection right now. Four of Cups is someone who's not happy in their environment, not happy in the present moment. This person could be elsewhere, whether it's in another connection, whether it's on their own, whether it's at work, but they're not focused, or they're not present in, their environment. Instead, they're thinking about you. Four of Cups also has a lot to do with too much of a focus on the past or too much of a focus on the future. And this person is not only like it's an energy of not feeling satisfied with where things are with you, and they find themselves daydreaming about you quite a bit. This person could be looking for you in others. They could be craving your presence. There could be an energy of searching for you. And with the Princess of Swords, very curious energy, right? If you have a presence on social media, best believe this person is definitely checking up on you, seeing what it is that you're up to. And they feel like all they have is like memories of you. But when, this week they're feeling very upset about the current dynamic, and there's a lot of should have, would have, could have energy. And Four of Cups is a lot of fantasizing, a lot of daydreaming, but you feel like what you want is not tangible, or you're not taking the necessary steps towards it because you almost feel like it's out of reach. So that's what's going on in your person's feelings. This person could also be confused about what it is that you're up to, because I do see them keeping tabs on you. But Four of Cups and the Princess of Swords could be when they are spying on you, they're not really able to figure you out, or they feel like you're not as affected by what is happening here, even though you are. Especially when it comes to the ending here, Cancer, they may feel like you're handling it a lot better than they are, or they may view you as someone, yes, Cancer is affected by this ending, but they're more determined to move forward. I don't think that they're going to want to, forgive me. It's the way that things ended with you that's really bothering your person. And when they fantasize or when they daydream about you, they get a little bit of a break from their reality. But then when they come back down to earth, they realize, okay, well, Cancer and I are not speaking. And that could be something that's obviously emotionally impacting them. And again, guys, Star card and the Sun, that is someone who feels like you're very, very special to them. Someone who feels like you are someone that they cannot forget. So we have the Princess of Wands in the potential outcome, and we have the Six of Cups. They really want to speak to you, is what I see. Not only is there a lot of attraction here, Cancer, I feel like with the Six of Cups, there's just this energy of feeling very nostalgic, feeling like you are really the person that knows them for who they are, who has accepted them without any judgment. So it's almost like your person here in the potential outcome is looking at how patient you actually have been with them. And you may have been very patient to the point where they kind of just expected that from you. You know what I mean, Cancer? And then it got to the point where you may have just done a 180 and they were like, I was not expecting that. I thought I had more time to get it together, or I thought that, Cancer would be patient, but Cancer really got tired. So I definitely see them missing you here. Princess of Wands is being clarified by the Eight of Wands. You may be receiving communication from this person because that's what's coming up in the potential outcome. This could be happening very quickly, or this person is coming in impulsively, and you're going to notice that the ball, starts to roll pretty quickly here. So it's like things picking up a lot more quickly than you anticipated. And Princess of Wands and Eight of Wands is someone who is reaching out to you because not only are they still passionate about you, they can't contain the desire that they have. They can't contain the excitement or that urge that they feel to speak to you. Six of Cups is being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, I see communication from this person, but I also see someone who is realizing your worth, your value. And I feel like, it's not to say they weren't grateful for you in the past, but I do see they feel like they haven't showed you that in the past. The way that they have been acting towards you is very different from how they feel. And they're not only realizing how special you are, I mean, Queen of Pentacles is someone viewing you as an ideal partner. So I see a lot of regret here, and I see communication coming in when it comes to the potential outcome. So let's see what they want to communicate to you. I will say there's a part of this person that knows it's not going to be easy because, again, guys, they view you as very protective over your energy, very guarded, more determined to move on as opposed to forgive or work something out. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're holding a grudge, but they may just feel like you're giving up on them. Okay, what do they want to communicate to Cancer? I still feel the pain. Okay, so they still feel the disconnect. They could still be holding on to, some sort of heartbreak or how things ended between the both of you. This is someone who's actually feeling really upset for letting you down because they are not only holding you on a high pedestal, they just feel like you mean a lot to them. So when they sit back and think about you, Cancer, it's like, how did I let Cancer down when Cancer means a lot to me? Okay, so 3 cards here. We have I admire you. I don't want to know. And, we do have the Six of Wands and the Chariot in your feelings. This person could also be sensing that you're moving forward. And, with I don't want to know, this could be this person being very avoidant when it comes to, essentially what you're doing, what you're up to. I think knowing that you're moving on or knowing that you may be in love with someone else could really bother this person. I compare others to you. And I did receive a message here about this person like searching for you in others or craving your company because what they have with you feels very, very special, Cancer, okay? And bottom of the deck, it says, I miss hearing your voice. So I want to switch over to another oracle and see what needs to be surrendered in this connection. So this message could apply to you, Cancer, or it could be your person, but let's see. Yeah, it's almost like they're avoiding knowing what you're up to, or it's going to really hurt them to watch you receive what you're deserving of from someone else and not them. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Cancer, for some reason, I feel like this message is more geared towards you just because I'm reading your side of the spread and it's kind of going hand in hand with what you're working through right now. You're trying to heal, you're trying to accept what is, right? Because you've gained the clarity. And I do understand you're still feeling a bit mentally conflicted or holding on to some sort of pain. But I think that this is intuitively, I feel like this is confirmation for those of you specifically that are accepting the situation for what it is, and you are not painting a different picture with someone's true colors here. So, like, flow with what is, like it reads there, instead of fighting it. So, it's like, okay, this is the truth. I'm not going to make it out to be something that I want it to be. And it's also an energy of almost like going with the flow as well. I think that will bring you, a lot of peace. For many of you, you may find a deeper meaning as to why you met this person or why they behave the way that they do. Because it says compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Yeah. So it's like, maybe you are, even if you're not responding from a place of kindness or being extremely kind to this person or compassionate, there is an energy of you just accepting what is, or saying, okay, I truly see this person for who they are, but I also understand why they made the mistakes that they did. So even if it's forgiving this person for the sake of your peace of mind here. Okay, so let's see if I can get you guys an angel message as a closing message here. Your message, Cancer, is remain positive. Okay, so what you think will become your reality. So if you're gearing towards, negative thoughts or something that, or thoughts that are weighing you down, that's probably what's going to manifest into your reality. Remaining positive could be something that's very difficult to do, especially when you're healing or when you're going through a tough situation. So I don't want to take away from how you're feeling, but I feel like this is more of a message of focus on what you're planting, the seeds that you're planting in your mind, the thoughts that you're thinking, because right now is a very powerful time for you to be, manifesting, or there's something to do with your thoughts that are actually coming into fruition. So again, just being careful of, what you're feeding your mind. Bottom of the deck, it says be assertive, right? So yes, remain positive, but be assertive in terms of, what you know, so act accordingly. And if there's, any reason for you to put your foot down with this person, or set very clear boundaries, or keep the boundaries that you have set, up here, it could be instead of, bringing them down, or letting your guard down. If you feel like you have a legitimate reason to do so, then you should, follow your gut or follow what your mind is telling you here. Okay. So, my wonderful Cancerians, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.